Well, last trading day of the week, as tomorrow is Good Friday. Okay, so price is currently in the top distribution of yesterday, roughly 186.23 to 185 flat, roughly. And we may see a bounce at open because both reports, even though came in less than expected, they still were positive. And we're seeing from 9:10, 9:15, and 9:20, an influx of buyers, but price is not moving past the pre-market high of 186.06. And its price is at currently 185.59 and a little higher. There's no interest there. 185 puts are a little expensive, not as expensive as it has been, but $158 per contract with a $8 spread. So the spread's a little wide. We all know that's going to change that cash, but how much is that going to change? We'll see. I'm expecting for price to bounce a little higher. That doesn't mean it's going to happen, but you may see that. It's kind of fluctuating now in between 185.87 to 185.40-ish, where that area is actually a sell imbalance. And there's another one right below that, 185.28 to 185.12. Just on the safe side, I'm gonna add 184 puts in my watch list just because we're fading from there. I do expect us to pop, but if that doesn't happen, at least we'll be prepared. I wasn't expecting us to fall, and then they're sweeping it as well. But at 184 put, because we're right at 185.19. So just be on the safe side. You can still play 185s. You're just gonna pay more for being in the money. Yeah, so we're 185.12 or 185.05 now. And there's sweeping, which means, excuse me, a big institutional trader is sweeping down. So hopefully we don't just fall straight from open. All right, market is about to open. Okay, they closed the sweep a little bit. All right, I'm gonna switch to 184s, and the market is opening now, just to be on the safe side. 184 puts, and as expected, they are definitely pushing higher, so which is great. Pushing. Okay, so I guess switch back to 185s then, because we're pushing pretty high. Has to be expected with the decent news. Spread is a little wide for me though, so not liking it at the moment. 185s are going for $94 per contract, but the spread is almost $11. I need them to figure that out before I even jump into anything. And its price pushed higher. There's no interest there, which is great news. Okay, now they figured it out. So spread is about $4 per contract, $4 on the 185s. So that's a good spread. All right, it's starting to fade down from there. Right. Oh, that was a $2. Like we're gonna get that pretty soon. 89 was my entry. Well, looked like we were gonna get it. So yeah, 89 was the entry. 93 is the price right now. Okay, just got my first half at 99. Oh, that was a late update. Let me move my stop to check that because that was a late. So I just moved it to 91. Now it's at 98 per contract right now. So I may just end up getting a 10. That was a late entry. I mean, I'm sorry, late update on options. And I think that's all I'm gonna get because I just moved it to 91 and it's at 92 right now. Yeah, that's got to be it. All out, still pushing higher. So let's see. Let me double check to make sure. Okay, cool. Even actually got witnessed some slippage on the bad side. I ended up giving back some of that profit. I had moved my stop to 91 and it ended up, oh, now they're pushing down again. Okay, now they're coming back down. So it ended up taking me out of the position at 80, at 89. So back at my field price. So give back some of that profit because of commissions. And now they're really selling it down now. There's a big market sweep sell side 185.46 to 185.34. So there's a big seller right there. Excuse me. No, 97. So it's bouncing everywhere. That was a very late update on options. I don't know if anybody else had an issue with the update on options. So I am fully out just with a $10 profit. Okay. Let me move over to you all and see how you all did. Yeah, I added it because of where we opened from. But I was expecting for price to pop first. Pleasant news, which did just as expected. So yep, you heard 84 right. We just didn't play 84. We popped into 185s again. And they keep testing the pre-market high and dropping. So there is a big player sweeping trying to sweep the market at 185.45 to 185.34. Okay, so Mike, 93 to 101. That's fire. Nice, good job. Oh, oh, they just popped out. There's a sell imbalance that just popped out in this next 5 minutes, and it's getting bigger. And the sellers are coming back in. Okay, in and out. Wow, yeah. Uh, let's see. Gross TP on futures, awesome. Okay. Five contracts, 94, 91 to 90, 98, awesome. So yeah, yeah, I mean, I had a conversation in between yesterday. Thank you all for your kind words. It's tough. Um, even trying to come into the office today, but I was able to get some focus in. But just to get my mind off it, had a great conversation about taking profits and adjusting how you get paid. And that's all based on, your preference. And I'm seeing you guys adjusting your pay scale. So um, that's just how you want to get paid. That's awesome. So okay. Wave Master 91 to 102, 7 second trade. Yeah, that was fast. Yeah, he doing the 5 TP. Yeah, it's all about how you get paid. Seven. So yours froze as well. Yeah, okay. So it wasn't just me. But the good thing about it, they will make it up. If it takes a while to update, they will they will update. So then it no matter because when mine update, price was actually popping higher again. So it'll take you out of the trade. If not, they will at least give you some money back. Stopped out, it was in profit futures for a while, but didn't hit your first TP by a few. Oh, that sucks. Just by a few ticks, that sucks. 89, so same price as me, also 99. Okay. Oh, wow. Awesome. So you did the 184s, you stuck with 184s. So you got in at a better price. 56 to 80. That is fire. Yeah, I just switched it. Um, because you never know, right? Yeah, you can because with IWM, they small caps are sensitive to news. So with both of them being pretty positive, even though it was below expectations, you expected a pop, but you just never know. And then look at the sellers are coming right back in there. There's a big player still sitting at 185.40 area. If price goes back down to that area, expect price to drop. It's still sitting there, not removing, not pulling it. Use TradeStation today instead of TOS. Got a better feel, 93. Oh, you like TradeStation? I started off my trading career with TradeStation, and I have no complaints about TradeStation other than the fact when I was using the web version, it was harder to use than TOS's web version. Not to say the web version for TOS is much better, but it was a lot easier. Amber 89 to 102. Okay. Was that the 185 puts, Amber? Or did you do 184s? Because if that was 185, you got the same fill price as me. So awesome. Uh, Sport bike 94 to 104, 7 seconds. They're still there. Again, there's that big player has not moved. And again, they're not spoofing and you can tell by spoofing if you have, and I'm recording today. So once you see the recording, you'll see what I'm talking about. But I'm gonna bring up book map. Oh, the feed went away. Ooh. Okay, never. Oh, I didn't zoom in. So there's a big player sitting at 185. Where is it? Oh, it went away. All right. So when y'all see this video, hopefully you'll see that there's a big player at 186.09. Never mind, it just went away. They pulled it, but it was 106.10. Looks like it just popped in. And let's say 105. I'm talking 106. But there was a 105 big player that was sitting there as well at one point. It's showing on let me remove this so when you look at the video you can see. But there's a big player right here that's trying to sweep the market. 184.46 to 180. I said 184, 185.46 to 185.34. Pardon me. That's trying to sweep the market down. There's a big player sitting right there. And again, the sellers are still in there. They're trying to, okay, so they just tried to sweep it here, 185. It went away. Never mind. If it prints, then that makes more sense. So there's a imbalance that's trying to print in this 5 minutes here, 186 flat roughly to 185.86, but it looked like it may not have staying power. If it prints, then that's more of a positive. Okay. Um, Trailing. I hope not, because that trailing, well, depending on what your price was, your entry price. TOS didn't place your order again. Yeah, I would call them and figure out what's going on. I've never had an issue with them not placing my order before. I've had an issue with them, doing half of my bracket, but never not placing anything. Okay. So and you played the 185s. Okay, that's awesome. Fire. The trade station give better fills. Probably. I mean, it's they all pulling it from the same server. Um, but like I said, TradeStation was great for me. I don't have any complaints other than the web, but I don't use the web anymore. So So still on paper this morning. May actually getting this. Okay, good. Pull the trigger right before David announced. Oh, so you saw, did you see the area of interest or the distribution? Did you see the imbalances or the sweeps? That's awesome, Texas. Yeah, I really, really, that really makes me feel good that, you guys are not only just pushing the button when I enter, but you guys are seeing it for yourself. I think that's super cool. So you got an 89. So same price as me. First TP 102, second TPA. So you did the same thing as me. Yeah, I got caught on some slippage on the back end on the bad side and gave back something. Mostly, I paid I'd pay commissions out of my profit because of that, but not bad. Did I miss? I think I missed that one. Okay, 83 to 89 paper on phone. How do you guys like the phone? I can never. It's just just I have a small iPhone. No, not small, but it's the screen is too small for me to even focus on it. Unless you just basically get your orders ready and you just, order from your phone and not look at any charts, and that makes sense. Top of that distribution. Perfect. Good. Great eye. Great eye. And then I saw the same thing, and I hesitated a little bit before entering, but you're right. Right from the top of that distribution, it's just the same as a value high. Perfect. Yeah, you're definitely getting it. You're asking the right questions and saying you're talking, at least through text, that you're understanding this. I can definitely tell. Now price is popping in a second distribution from April 15th that barely got traded in last session. So if you're still looking to play, I will look to see what happens there as it's starting to fade down. So there's a huge volume price point, kind of like they're trying to build a wall, maybe absorbing these buyers because this candle is 47,000 buyers currently, 48 with 233 in volume. If it drops to 186.49 to 186.43, could potentially be another drop there as it's playing that the distribution from what I say the 15th. Yesterday barely touched it. And I didn't look to see if there was any imbalances or anything like that. So I'm not sure exact price points, but I would keep my eye, and it's still building from that exact area, 186.49 roughly to 186.40, and then now they're dropping it 42, and they keep building from there. So it's like a wall. I would keep my eye on that. Okay, teacher's pet. I mean, I love it. And I honestly, that really does make me feel better. I appreciate, um, you know, the trying to learn how to fish for yourself, and that's what this Discord is really about for me. So that's awesome. Uh, I needed to hear that or see that. Wear them notes. Facts. All right. Is there any questions or any comments that you want to make before I get out of here? Um, The funeral is set for Tuesday. I just don't know the time yet, so I may or may not be trading on Tuesday, but I'll give you guys a heads up for that. Um, I was told maybe it's going to be in the evening, like 2 o'clock. So if it is 2 o'clock, then I'm gonna need something to get my mind off it. So I definitely would be trading then. But if not, I'll let y'all know. Thank you. I appreciate that, Amber, for sure. And again, thank you all for the messages yesterday. I read them this morning. So thank you. All right, everyone. If there is, I see Barry, you're typing, so I'll wait for you. Up there go them sellers. They built that wall, like what I was saying, from two different. And I'm on the 5 minute rotation, so it may look different on the one, but right at when it should be the same whether it's the one or not. And there's a sell imbalance that popped in and looking strong right off that second distribution from the 15th. So basically taking out stops because that was right at the value high slash extreme high of last session, which makes nothing but sense for them to fall from there. All right. Variance C typing again, so I'll stick around for a hot second. Um, before getting out of here. Okay. Yeah, I appreciate you saying that. Yeah, I mean, it's cool. I mean, trust me, I know I got a few messages and I appreciate everyone checking in on me. What was it, Tuesday? Yeah, I'm far from discouraged. My true intentions of this Discord is, I mean, it's cool to profit, right? It's to get paid for your knowledge, but my hesitation at the beginning was I didn't want it to be simply that. If I can teach and maybe help someone change their financial life in a way and build a skill, that's really the reward. So thank you for saying that. I understand that it's going to be a lag from the time I enter and from when I say I'm in there and all of that stuff. There's so many different variables that's going to be hard for you to be exact as far as the entries. But if you're picking up on the skill, like Texas Yeti did, he entered before I entered. He's seeing it for yourself. You can see it for yourself. So I would employ anybody who wants to learn this. Don't just follow my entries and exits. Um, you know, mark your charts yourself with the distributions and see it for yourself. Don't blindly follow me. And if you want to do that too, that's fine. I'm not knocking you, but you get more out of this if you are actually in it and seeing it for yourself. All right, but I appreciate that. That's love. All right, everyone. Y'all have a great rest of your day. Again, tomorrow, equities market is closed because of Good Friday. I believe the bond market is still open if you have investments there, and because the banks are open tomorrow as well. So there'll still be some movement there. All right, have a great rest of your day. Have a great weekend, and we'll get back at it on Monday. Bye.